It's so funny because we talk about conspiracy theories, and it goes straight to the Yanks. we go straight to the Americans.
Straight go back to the Americans.
Because they talk about their elections being... I mean, America's a really fucked up place, man.
I know.
Like people are cool, but what the hell's going on?
As well as wild. But then it's also, you get like places that are super fucked up and there's no conspiracies. It's like North Korea. It's like, why is the same guy always in charge? It's like, well, you die if you question.
And it's weird because people think that like those countries, like North Korea or China, are just like, when we say about they've got their death camps and they're doing mass killings now.
Yeah, they are.
And people go, oh no, the Chinese wouldn't do that to their own kind. They're fucking destroying their own people.
They are. They literally do. There's a...
slaughtering them.
Yeah. They do it in the west of China. They have concentration camps set up, and they keep it really quiet there. How many? I can't remember what there's a type of Chinese who live there, but I can't remember what they're called. But they look quite different. It's strange because a lot of their movies and entertainment have a lot of people from this province. But for some reason, they just fucking want to kill them all because they look different. That's just like,
man, yeah,
Jesus.
There's a lot of shit and all that. Yeah, that's just going on. It's messed
up.
The
Eastern world is always something. I think in the West we know a little bit, but we don't. There's so much that goes on. It's like I told you about like the Germans, right? Like and the Japanese. Like we only learn so much about the Japanese, but there's a story about like the Nazis going over to Japan and seeing what they were doing in China and being like, whoa, what the fuck? This is crazy. As they were killing like the Jews and stuff, but the Japanese were far worse. But they don't talk about it.
No,
sweep that under the rug.
That's what I mean. But even to this day, though, I think. Well, that's like the whole thing with like, COVID. I hate using that fucking word because it's so freaking dirty now.
It's just
it's a dirty word.
It's a very fatiguing word. We're all.
It's like, did they mass make? I don't know, man.
I love how now it's like, oh well, it's a cold. It's like this. No, it was more than that.
Yeah.
It was this. But you guys can't just fucking go back on this bullshit.
Yeah, I know. They're just saying, don't
worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
Shut the fuck up.
It's messed up. I don't know about the whole... There's so many conspiracy theories about COVID. But
there's a lot of conspiracy theories about COVID.
All we know is there was a disease that spread worldwide. We all fucking got it and moved on. Some people died, but most of us...
But at least they came out and finally said it was made in a lab. Not that fucking bat story. That was so stupid.
Someone fucked a pygmy.
I can't believe it was like bat. Like, oh yeah, but it's from bats. It's like bullshit. That's not fucking true.
Yeah,
and it was all over the news.
I tell you what, you get from bats. You get fucking rabies if they bite you.
Well,
that's what you'll get. But you won't get fucking COVID.
You don't get COVID. Yeah, it's worse than COVID.
No. Do you know what's fucked up, man? Here's a fucking out of it thing.
Go.
Before all this COVID shit, I said to my mother like some years ago, probably about 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years. Yeah, probably about 4 years ago. I said to Mum, hey, Mum, something's going to happen soon with the world. And she goes, oh, don't be so, what's the word, pessimistic, or don't be so like...
nihilistic.
Yeah, like, and I was like, nah, something's going to happen. She said, why? And I was like, well, it's been fucking like 20 years, man, since like 9/11. And she was
like, we need something.
I was like, something's going to happen. And she said, what do you think it is? And I actually said it'll be by...
Oh, that conspiracy goes back to like Bill Clinton. Oh, not Bill Clinton. Fuck. Oh my God, Microsoft guy.
Bill Gates.
In 2015, he came out and said something about like
he probably came out all right.
No, it was he was talking about like the only thing that can take out the human race and why we need like global healthcare is because of like a virus or something is going to take us out. Whoa!
I mean, that's what I sort of said to my mum. I said I think it's going to be like a biohazard sort of thing that's going to come out. And she said, what do you mean? I don't think like that. And I said, no, I reckon it's going to be a fucking disease. And I said, if it is, that's what's really scary. I said, a bomb, you can tell it goes off there and that's not good. Please stop. Don't use nukes because we know what that does.
I love how he says, please stop.
Yeah, please stop. Don't use nukes. You can use the other ones and fuck whatever. We'll get around it. But I said, if a disease comes out, we're all screwed. And she said, don't think like that. And it was about a year later COVID came out. Yeah. And she was like, holy shit. And I was like, there you go, I knew it. I fucking knew it. And everyone was saying, oh, you're just talking shit. And I was like, nah, man.
As soon as COVID came out, I'm like, who owes who money? That was my first thing. And then I was like, what does America want from China at this point? Or vice versa? Like, what is the narrative?
I reckon they're shutting down China now, saying they're building up India. Like, that's the thing. That's this big switch. Like,
it's a massive switch.
It's like, fuck China. We're going to just deal with India and we're going to sign deals with India because there's more people there and they'll deal with us. And they're more westernized than the Asian community in China.
India's taken a long time to get built back up, though, since the British completely fucking ruined India.
Yes, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon that's my theory on that's what's happening there, is that India's building up, China's fading. Because you're saying like a lot of China's really poor, right? Very, very poor.
Oh yeah, very poor. I mean, a lot of I think comparatively to India, China probably they actually. I think India has overtaken them on GDP as well because of even the weapons development in India is huge now. They develop a lot of weapons like in the south of India and that. They I remember a guy I worked with he's Indian and his dad was a general in the Indian military. He was telling me about them developing like underwater heat-sinking missiles, and they were like developing it at like some base. Torpedoes, sorry. Yeah. Heat-seeking torpedoes, and like, but the way that they do it, it's I don't know. I'm too dumb to understand it fully, but it was pretty crazy. But they do develop a lot of weapons in India, and they have the largest military in the world, obviously, because they have the biggest population. But yeah, they have the largest military, so it's bigger than China's military. What do you reckon the conspiracies are with New Zealand? Oh, that we all fuck sheep, but that's not true. That's true though. But that's just true though. We all. Have you had a go, bro? It's all good. Oh, fucking mean as, bro. Nah, what's? I don't know what our conspiracy is. With NZ. I don't know that we all. What is our conspiracies? We're not cool enough. We're not really. No, we're not cool enough. We're too small. We're too at the bottom of the world. I think the only conspiracy theory we've got is Jacinda a horse or a human. She's got the face of a fucking horse, Jacinda did. And the proven fact that's not conspiracy, she fucked NZ. But that's. I mean, you can. That's a whole different kettle of fish. That one. That is different. It depends on who you talk to about that one. But is she a horse? We will never know. Never know. Yeah, I haven't heard her neigh like when she was in, like doing those COVID talks. Like, I bet you Clark Cason's heard a fucking neigh. What about Winston Peters? I mean, he must have. He's just a conspiracy in general. Well, see, they're saying now that they were talking about like isn't like Kim Jong Un or from North Korea. Yeah, they reckon he's like fucking dead and it's a replacement, like a lookalike. And they said that about Putin as well, but. Oh, that's a good one. Like I haven't heard that. Like the real Putin's dead. Yeah, right. But they've got another one in place. Ooh. You can tell Joe Biden doesn't have a double because he's fucking senile as shit. Oh man, I swear, like he needs to be like, you know, in Star Wars. He doesn't. You know, in Star Wars, and they have those like tanks of like they go like they have to like put on the mask and they're like a tank of water. Oh yeah, I swear Biden gets put in one of those after each speech, like a cryogenic fucking chamber. Yeah, right. It has to be pulled out. Like, come on, get up. Oh. They just pump him full of fucking adrenaline. Hey, go for it. It's like we need you to do a speech. Black people. Oh god, he's twisted. No. He's twisted. Well, that's the thing you understand. Like you learn is like when I really got into trying to learn about how like our system, Western society works with like capitalism and the monetary system, and all goes back to the federal bank and political leaders really mean nothing, and it's like okay, so. No. Well, that's definitely. But who cares what we have to say? It was a bunch of fucking dorks. Love it. Love it. Did you actually watch Squid Game? Me? Nah. Oh, you should. Nah. Yeah, you'd like it. No, I just got the mask. Oh, yeah. Okay. You should watch it. You'd enjoy it. Really? I fit in. It's super fucked up. It's just rich people it's like Hunger Games except more brutal. If you haven't seen that, I don't think you've seen that. No, I haven't seen it. Okay. Nah, never mind. Doesn't seem my style. Anyway, that's enough of this conspiracy shit. All right. You reckon? All right, we're done. We're done.